5, top 3 weekly, you're going to be sitting right up front by the end of the season.
What made you get into racing, Rick?
What's that?
Why did you get into racing? When did you decide that you wanted to go ahead and get a race car?
Well, about 3 years ago, my brother-in-law, Mark and Steve Corden, got together with Jack Stosky and built a street stock, and they come down here, and I more or less helped them out that whole year. And that gave me the itch to build a car. So over the winter, buddies of mine, Brian Newhoff, and a bunch of our neighbors built a car in the garage over the winter, brought it down here last year, and last year was the first year, and now I'm sitting here the second year.
You do most of the work yourself on the car, you and your crew.
Yeah, we have a crew of about 3 or 4 guys there every week helping us out. I mostly take care of the body and the handling of the car, and Brian Pritch takes care of the tires and the stagger, and Brian Newhoff takes care of the engine. And also my brother Brian comes with us every week and makes sure we're all doing everything right.
Okay, let's talk about sponsors you have on the car.
Well, I'd like to give thanks to Mark and Steve Corden that own Red Oak Estates in Stoystown, and also Stoystown Auto Wreckers, and Rick Wyatt Signs in Stoystown. And I'd like to thank the fans for coming out here every week and watching these street stocks race.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at least your co-champion in the street stocks here at MOTORDROME Speedway, the driver, the number 37, Rick Melab.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final event of the 1994 season here at MOTORDROME Speedway. First off, I'd like to thank all the fans for their support throughout the season. Without you folks, we couldn't do it. It wouldn't be possible to put the program on here. Also, I'd like to thank all the drivers and the crews who put forth the effort and put a good show on every week throughout the season here for us. And of course, the sponsors, all of our sponsors that are involved in our various programs here. Gatling's Auto Stores, Snyder or Berlin Potato Chips, Pepsi Cola, and Stoney's Light Beer. We'd like to thank all of them for their support of our divisional sponsorship programs. Tonight's event is sponsored by Ford of Greensburg and Toyota of Greensburg, and Ford of Greensburg has provided our pace car, and we'd like to thank them for that. And Davies Ford has provided us with a safety truck. I'd like to thank them for that fine vehicle also. Of course, our officials and employees, we thank them for their help throughout the season. For 1995, we will be opening up with a practice day on Saturday, March the 25th. That's a practice day and open house on Saturday, March 25th. Opening day for 1995 will be Sunday, April the 2nd. We will be running 2 Sundays, April 2nd and April 9th, and switching to Fridays on April the 14th and continuing our Friday program for the rest of the season. Our 5th annual banquet will be on Saturday, January the 14th, and everyone's invited to that. If you need information or reservation forms, you can get those by contacting the Speedway office or stopping by our souvenir stand here tonight. They have the forms back there. Once again, we thank you for your support. It's been a pleasure putting the show on here for you, and we hope you enjoy tonight's program. At this time, if you'd please stand, we're going to have our invocation and national anthem. Doing the pleasure of the invocation tonight is the Reverend Kevin Haley from the New Stanton United Methodist Church. Kevin?
They asked if I would pray for the weather, but I told them I'm in sales rather than management. Shall we pray anyways? Gracious Heavenly Father, we're grateful for the evening we have here tonight. We ask that we could have a safe evening of fellowship, that the drivers would have an enjoyable evening, that each of us could follow the will of your Son, Jesus Christ. It is in his name that we pray. Amen.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
McGonigal, 07 Steve Martin set, Jim Nicola 32, 51 Bob Mosteller, Dave Sussinger Jr. 63, and 08 is Scott Herring. We're going for 8 circuits, our entry-level division. They get set. NASCAR Chief Starter Ron Blatt looks them over, displays the green. They look good out of 4, and we're up to speed and racing. Oh, 3 wide the middle of the field as we go into turns 1 and 2. Harry Flower takes off with the lead. Diamond Dragovich in second place in the makes for the machine. Oh, and everybody's breathing down his back bumper as they go into turn 3 and 4. The rookie on the outside, Jim McGonigal in the 29, makes a bid for the bridesmaid spot. It's a 3-wide battle for second down the front straight. Dragovich holding on to second, drops down to third, more pressure. Oh, McGonigal is way up high. Here comes Dragovich right back. Jim Nicola sees an opening between 2 automobiles, and the Homestead Automotive 32 dives in low, fights it out with McGonigal's automobile for the bridesmaid spot out of turn 4. It's all Harry Flower on the point. Nicola works the low side, finds herself running in a bridesmaid spot. Down the back straight, chasing Harry Flower's automobile. Scott Harry lifts the automobile on the pits to 08. We continue under green flag status. Battle is for the 4th place position, the best on the track. As Diamond Dave Dragovich now drops to 5th place. Mike Manning gets by him for 5th. And here comes Martinset down to the low side of McGonigal for 3rd. He'll make the move in 3 and 4 and continue on the cross flags. Signal 4 laps down, 4 remaining. On the back straight, it's all Harry Flower by himself, trying to hold off everybody trailing. Time and real estate is on his side. Your second place runner, Nicola, appears to be closing in, though. On the back straight now, Steve Martinset begins to close in on Nicola's automobile. Martinset in the Century Dodge Buick of all automobiles continues to close. There are 2 circuits remaining. Harry Flower has everything going his way. The Smithton, Pennsylvania driver down the back straight in command by half a straightaway. The white flag, final circuit remaining. Here we go. This time around, the checker will come out for Harry Flower. Battle for second. Martinset dirt tracks the car, falls short. It's Nicola in second. Down the low side, the 30 mark the curve. Recording makes a bid for the lead. Here's a challenge for the lead. The Cobra continues. Oh, the Cobra almost uncoils out of the basket and has to reclaim his tracks down the speedway and thrust forth his effort once again. Terminator 2, Scott Kokenar from Somerset, the Jim's Auto Truck Stop 19 has everything going his way. As this battle for second, Kokenar tries to reclaim that position, but Don Blake on the outside of the Cobra makes the move in this battle for the second place position. The cross flags, 4 laps down, 4 remaining. in the 1 and 2. Don Blank now picks up the slack left off by Mark Gordon. And Blank begins to close in on the 19 of Kokener. Here's this battle. Now look at this. The former PRA Coupe driver makes it to the low side in a battle for the lead. Kokener up high. Don Blank down to the low side, and Blank's working the inside groove. Takes over the point position with 2 circuits remaining. Here comes Kokener right back to the low side. Terminator 2 makes a move into terminates. Say go, Scott, go! Time running out. Blank on the outside. Kokener down low. Here comes the Cobra. The white flag, 4 turns remaining. But the Cobra Gordon's part of the picture. 3 automobiles are throwing a blanket over him. Oh, Blank goes up high, but Kokener can't take advantage of it. Now he does. He dives to the low side. He's trying to make the move to the inside. Blank denies him the opportunity. Out of turn 4. 1 turn in a straightaway remaining. And Don Blank will hold on to the podium. Pick up the checkers. Oh, and Fourier thrills right on the front straight. Sean Phillips says, here's Sean with this automobile. That's Sean Beam race fans. And outside of him, Tim Johnson is 70-5, is Larry the Banana Bahana. And the 87 is Butch Turkis, 96. Brent Chesler, 31. The fabulous Bob Duvall, the Green Zone Racing. Coming up to speed, Chucky Kessler down. Oh, Larry Mahana gets into the loose stuff. And do we stay green? We stay green. Larry Mahana on the move into the infield. Picks the car back up and continues racing. Into turns 1 and 2, Somerset, Pennsylvania, Sean Green. Hangs on to second. Look at this battle for third. Johnson on the left side. Here comes the other one out of parts 87. There's the wheel which Butch Turkis on board. He goes to the outside. Make that the 4th Thunderbird tonight, he was. The Bullets closing in on Chucky Kessler. What an impressive run for Sean Bean. Kessler, one of the fastest pro stock machines week in and week out at Motordrome, many a weeks. Jeff Dummer has been frustrated trying to catch him, and here's the Bullet. His first time out of Motordrome, closing right up to the back bumper, the white Pennsylvania driver. Chuck Kessler continues holding that point position. The Bullet. Oh, and the yellow comes out for a spin by Brent Tressler in turn 2. Here we go. Field tightens up. Getting ready for the green, and it's a little bumper tag all over the field down the front straight. Butch Turkis tries to pressure the Bullet in the battle for the bridesmaid spot. The battle for a second with 7 laps down. And it's the Amarillo Auto Parts 87. Westman from Pennsylvania's Butch Turkis making a move. And he's up to the bridesmaid spot over the Bullet. There are 2 circuits remaining. It's It's all Chucky Kessler after holding off the early pressures of, oh, the bullet right there in the back straight. Says, hello, how do you do to the 87 of Durkis. The white flag out, and Charlotte Beams in a torrid battle here with Butch Durkis. Watch this out of two. Oh, Johnson almost loses a car, but we're watching this battle for a second. Watch this. Kessler will win the event. Here comes the bullet to the low side of Butch Durkis, and it's a drag race to the checker. Who's it going to be? Durkis by a bumper. Jerry Hesse from Austintown, Ohio. 07 six-pack shack and sports bar machine from Somerset, Jeff Dunbar. 28 Lawrence Stahl Jr., former street stock racer. The 90s Phil Panay from Penn Hills. 08 Joe Fragenic from Manassas. And this other 87. Not sure who's behind the wheel. This would be Butch Durkis' other automobile. We'll double check that. Green's out, we're racing. Bobby Henry takes the lead with the Zone Beckwith machinery ride. Rapid Robert Eisenberg in second, closes right up. And the 07 of Jeff Dunbar works the low side of Eisenberger. Here comes Jeff Dunbar. The Camaro slips under the Thunderbird, goes into second place. Jeff Dunbar will begin to close up on Bobby Henry in an effort to challenge him for the point position. Here comes Dunbar. He closes right up to the back bumper and begins to make a challenge on the 8th machine of Bobby Henry. Right there within 2 car lanes begins to close. Down the back straightaway. Bob Eisenberger is a distant third in this event. Dunbar will try to put the efforts on Henry with the cross flags. Now this time there's 6 laps completed, 4 remaining, and Dunbar begins to set up. He goes high, now he dives down low. Fragenic slapped automobile in the way. Oh, this isn't going to work, I don't think, in 3. And it goes back to single foul racing. Jeff Dunbar now closes right up to the back bumper once again. The pressure and the effort to try to make the move, and he cannot do it. Turn 1 and 2, Jeff Dunbar all over the back bumper of the Beckwith Machinery Caterpillar number 8 car of Bob Castle. Dunbar was trying high, he tries low, now time's running out. The white flag is unfolded, 4 turns remaining. Henry steers the car to the low side. The Beckwith Machinery Caterpillar Oldsmobile with the point position. Dunbar in second, desperately trying to make a move. They work through turns 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, here's the challenge by Dunbar to fall short. Bobby Henry takes the win. Also, want to welcome Bill Brown from Kennemanal Latrobe with us in attendance tonight. Great to have Bill on the point. Outside of him, 03, Lonnie Vaughn. 32 is Glenn Galta. 75, Barriotti. The 7. Good to see Alan Shaw from Somerset back with us racing. Butch Durkis, I should say, Butch D'Antonio, that is, in the 3 from Pittsburgh. And Rick Miller and Bob Silva makes his return in the Kennedy 24. Greens Outward Racing. Side by side, and now the Ford Greens Red Machine takes the lead down the back straight. Mark Capone, the winner last weekend's 5th lap main, has the lead. Barriotti pressures Lonnie Vaughn, the Chrysler Machine, in the battle for the bridesmaid spot. Audie's still trying to get around. Lonnie Vaughn's automobile with Glenn Gold running into 4th place spot. Rick Miller rounds out the top 5. The yellow comes out. And it appears that Butch D'Antonio has dropped something out of the engine. Lights out. We're ready to go back to racing. On the point, Mark Catone. Greens out, we're racing. Into turns 1 and 2, Catone holds the lead. Lonnie Vaughn tries and look. Can it make the move? Here comes Barriotti on Vaughn's automobile. Up high goes the 7, Alan Shaw. Down the low side, Bob Sibla trying to make it by him. Now Barriotti tries again on the 0-3. Lonnie Vaughn cannot make the move. Continues that pressure in turns 3 and 4. Here comes Audie on the move down the front straight. Audie into turns 1 and 2. Struggles to make that move on Lonnie Vaughn. Breaks through for the 2nd place position. Glenn Gold now, he does the same. Diving into turn 3 and 4. Vaughn stays up high and continues to pull back through the field. Glenn Gold makes it through. The 93 automobile with Rick Miller on board. The Martinelli Service Oldsmobile will also get through for the 4th place position as Vaughn desperately tries to hang on to the outside of this racing surface. Down the front straightaway. 6 laps down, 4 remaining. And it continues to be Mark Catone with Audie running in the 2nd place spot. Oh, Lonnie Vaughn, that car really washing out on him. Mark Catone in control of the event. As Audie has not been able to close up this time, there are 2 seconds remaining. Flag out, 1 second remaining. In a 1 and 2, Mark Catone hangs on to the point as Barriotti tries to close in on him. Through turns 3 and 4, out of 4, and the checker will go to the 4 to Greensburg Thunderbird of Mark Catone. Take a rank, 4 to Greensburg, Thunderbird, Mark Catone from McKeesport takes the qualifying win. He was our winner last weekend in the 50-lap main. NASCAR Worcester Racers Northeast champion and still fighting for that national title. There we go. Gray comes out. We're up to speed and racing. In a 1 and 2, Tom Terrific Erickson takes the lead over Danny White down the back straightaway. In the back of the field, everybody jammed up behind 3rd place runner Bobby Henry. Charlie Cragen gets by his teammate. Jeff Demar sets up on the 21 at A. James as they're working 3 and 4. Now Cragen will look to the outside at A. James's automobile. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Cragen to the outside. He'll make the move for the 4th place position down the front straightaway. And oh my goodness, almost into the 77 of Bobby Henry. Those two cars coming very close. Cragen stays on the outside though. Almost near disaster on the front straight. Look at Cragen work the outside of the racing surface. Sergeant Charlie Cragen now tries to close in on Tom Erickson after getting by all these other competitors. And he's closing right up on the black 36 down the back straight. Here's the battle now for third with Bobby Henry to the outside. And Danny White's automobile in turns 1 and 2. Into turns 1 and 2. Charlie Cragen closing in a hurry, but he's running out of time in real estate. This time the right flag is out. 1 second remaining. Cragen down the back straight, cannot close any further, and as they work out a 3 and 4, the checker will drop for Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania's Tom Terrific Erickson. Into turns 1 and 2, and it's Angelico with the point position out of back straight, stretching it out over everybody else. Now they're all trying to get around Paul Milwaukee. Up high, the Budweiser 46, Nick Rosa. Works that Brian's made position spot in that struggle with Milwaukee. Looks like the high line's going to work for him down the front straightaway. Sean DeBois falling through as well. Rosa moves into the right straight spot. Here comes Beam. He holds on to the back bumper. Rick Meehlep trying to do the same. Beam in a Paul Bunyan tree service machine. 8 saw logs. Gets by Milwaukee now. Decides to go to the low side on Rosa in the battle for the right straight spot. Here comes Beam working that low line as Angelico continues leading the event. Third turns 1 and 2, and Beam trying to make the move. Meehlep stays right with him now. Marty all personally guaranteed Edwards. And a La Nature sparkling water running Carla moves up. It's a 4-car battle for this Brian's main spot. Beam makes it through, brings Meehlep right with him. And now Marty Edwards trying to do the same. Nick Rosa falling back through this field. Way out in front, the 55 of Greensburg, Pennsylvania's Alan Angelico in control of this event. Everybody else trying to close in. The Outdoor Specialty Chevelle's in control, but look at this battle for a second. Meehlep works the low side of the 15 of the Bullet, trying to make a move on him. 57 Edwards stays on the outside groove through turns 3 and 4. Here comes your point leader, Rick Meehlep, to the low side. On the move, the Freedom's Pennsylvania driver destroys Tornado record 37. Will break through for the right main spot. Marty Edwards trying to sneak through as well. He and Beam are side by side. There was no love lost between these two cars last weekend, and they're side by side out there. Working through 3 and 4. Edwards and Beam pressuring Meehlep's automobile down the front straight. In the 1 and 2, very close together the automobiles get. Marty Edwards Edwards trying to make that move on Beam, stays on the low side. And now Beam goes behind Edwards. They work into 3 and 4. Edwards says, hello, how do you do to Rick Meelan's back upper? He'll dive down low. Beam will go back up high once again. As they work down the back straight. Edwards holds on to third. This is the best battle on the track between Edwards and Beam. With time and real estate running out, there are 2 circuits remaining. Now Marty Edwards with a serious bid to the outside of Rick Meelan's automobile. They work into turn 3 and 4. This time around, the white flag, 1 circuit remaining. Edwards will try high again on Meelan's automobile. Now he'll duck to the low side. Here comes Edwards trying to work the low side of Meelan. Meelan guards against it. Checker will go to the 55 of Angelico. Here's the battle for second out of 4. And it's going to be at the flag stand at 37 of Rick Meelan. Don't forget, race fans, to stop down behind the main grandstands on the front straight to the Florida Greensburg tent to register to win many prizes given away during 41. 75 is Brian Audie. The 11, Nick Durant's from Carnegie. 35, Bill. The Aston, Commander Ashton. The 9, automobile, Barry Gary. 24 is John Rhodes from Jennerstown. 73, Mark Berkey. 20, Rich Jones. Greg Unruh into 0 are ready to go. Green's out, we're racing. Look at the back of the field. 3 and 4 wide momentarily, and it's a mess back there. Oh, we're still not out of this thing. Komarinsky stays on the point position as 75. Lottie dives to the low side. Moves up to the second place spot on the 23 of Rhodes. Oh, Nick Durant says hello to the inside, returning low and destroys his automobile. Orchestra horsepower to Stody Zeit Street Stock Division. And the green comes out and we're racing. Pressure comes from the American Dream. Dusty Rhodes cannot hold it up. And the Rose number 75 has the lead by a car length and a half. Mark Berkey trying to get around Unitop, Pennsylvania's Bill Ashton. Works the outside of his automobile. Down the front straightaway continues the bay. Audie on the point position. The battle, it's for a second. And it's the 73 of Mark Berkey looking to the outside. Trying to make a move on the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Through turn 3 and 4. checking on their low side. Rhodes trying to make the move. And hang on to that position. But the 73 Mark Berkey continues. And makes the move up to the bridesmaid spot. All right, flag out. There's only 1 second remaining, and Audi continues holding on to that lead. This time, out of 4, the checker comes out, and Brian Audi wins second to Mark Berkey. Third to Rhodes, fourth to Rich Jones, rounding out the top 5 Bill Ashton. '97 is Don Boyer. 19 Bob Steiger, 72 Bob Nick Williams. Green's Highway Racing. Into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Waters goes up high, has problems. I should say Faulkner does, and Waters takes the lead. Oh, we got problems in 3 and 4. Here we go. Complete restart, side by side. The green comes out, we're racing. Here's his panel for the lead. Larry Waters hangs on as a Sicko 3 machine. Glade Neal tries to keep control of the pavement. Banging out there between Don Gamble and Bob DiPietro. Gamble in 48, that's the fastest he's ever gone on this track. Oh my. Not bashful about trading some sheet metal out there. Oh my goodness, Eddie Daisha and Bob DiPietro almost got into it. A lot of these drivers have never raced any of their career on asphalt, and so are not familiar with the tactics that are normally utilized on dirt. DiPietro looks like he's going to lose the handle, brings the car back under control. The white flag will come out to your leader. Larry Waters holds on to the lead. And here comes the checker to Waters. He takes the win. Greensburg night. Young Andy's going to wave them off to the glory and the gold. Charging Charlie Cragen. 93, Rick Miller. 36 is Tiger Tom Erickson. 75, Barriotti. X42 is Jeff Dunmire. 32, Glenn Gold. 23, Danny White. 24, Bob Silva from Madison, Ohio, behind the wheel of the Chuck B. Loaned automobile. The 2 is Mark Catone, the Ford of Greensburg, Integra Bank Thunderbird, the winner last weekend. 7, Alan Shawless, Naraka Decals Automobile. He's from Somerset. 21, Dave James from Bethel Park. 71, Henry Backup Ride. That is Chucky Kessler. That's your field. The next time around, we're going to go green in this Ford of Greensburg, Toyota Greensburg, 35 lot main for the Gatling's late models. Lights out, Ford of Greensburg, Mustang GT pace car, getting ready to leave the racing service. And Andy Kennedy, Chuck Kennedy's son, will wave the green. Turns 3 and 4. Henry on the point. Vaughn outside of him looking for the green. It's out. We're up to speed and racing. In a 1 and 2, Lonnie Vaughn jumps out with a lead. Bobby Henry and Rick Miller gets by Henry. Charging Charlie Cragen boxed into the low side. Look at this. A 75 Lavati trying to get by. Now Cragen will go to the low side of Henry. That guy with the turns 1 and 2. Bobby on the outside charging. Charlie Cragen down to the low side of Bobby Henry's automobile. Drag race in 3. Oh my goodness, trying to make it through. Right, Cragen gets through for third. Continues, here comes Cragen. He dives to the low side of the 93 with Rick Miller. Cragen takes over the second place position. Bobby Henry down under Rick Miller's automobile now. He's trying to grab the third place spot. As they work out of turn 4, Cragen goes to the high side on Vaughn. Vaughn and Cragen side by side, wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. They dive into 3 and 4. Cragen and Vaughn continue the side by side battle. And out of turn 4, charging, Charlie Cragen takes over the lead. Here comes Barriotti. Artie wastes no time. He goes into second. Trying to close in on Cragen. Glenn Gold with a move to the low side of Henry. Gold and Erickson closing up on Lonnie Vaughn in his battle for third. Look at Barriotti stay right with Charlie Cragen. Artie stays with the automobile. Now Gold. Gold gets by for third place position. In turn 3 and 4 on the 8th circuit of this Ford of Greensburg event. Has the distance over Audi. The battle for third, Tom Erickson on the 32 of Glenn Gold. on the front straight, shuts the engine off. As the battle for third continues with the 36 of Tom Erickson to the low side. Number 32 of Glengold. And the yellow will come out. Audi behind Glengold. Here we go. Green Tower Racing. Tries to close in on Cragen once again down the back straight. Oh, and Dave James once again has the engine go sour on him. And the yellow will come out. Here we go, Green Kazawa racing once again. Comes Tiger, Tom Erickson, and Mark Catone. Catone and Erickson making their moves. Tom Erickson under Glengold, he's on the move, race fans, closing up the Mariotti. Catone trying to low side of Glengold. This is a battle for fourth. Bobby Henry, Rick Miller run side by side in that sixth place position. Flags halfway down, and it's Tour de Greensburg event. And Mark Catone has gotten back. Glengold continues his march up through the field. Catone with integral rank Tour de Greensburg Feminine now running in the fourth place spot. Cragen followed by Mariotti. Tom Erickson, Mark Catone. Now Glengold finds Rick Miller diving to the low side of him. Here comes Miller. He dives to the low side of Gold. Catone against the close in on a 36 of Tom Erickson.
9 laps remaining in Cragen. Stretches out his lead. Here comes Catone on the 36 of Tom Erickson. Mark Catone getting the pressure. This is the battle for third. Mark Catone down the backstretch will dive to the low side of Erickson in an attempt to make the lead. In the turns 1 and 2, the 4 to Greensburg and Tiger by Thunderbird. We'll look to the low line. Down to the low side of Erickson there. 5 seconds remaining for Cragen. On the low side of Erickson out of turn 2. Catone whistles to the low side of Erickson, denies it to him. Erickson denies him the opportunity 2 laps to go for your leader, charging Charlie Cragen. Oh, look out, we got a spin in turn 2. A spin in turn 2 brings out the yellow late in this event. Green's out, we're racing. 3 laps remaining. Mark Catone tries the low side and the 36 of Erickson denies it. This time there are 2 seconds remaining. There's all kinds of sparks coming out of the back of his automobile. The white flag, 1 lap to go. Up high is Craig and down low goes Audi. Out of turn 4, the checker goes to Charles and Charlie Cragen. Cragen was win number 25 the Western Pennsylvania Winston Racing Series.
Do you think that's going to be enough for the national title?
I won't know that till next week. We sure hope, but we don't know that.
You have 2 more races to win now, 2 at Jennerstown. It should be nice to end it with 28.
Yeah, well,
that'd be, that doesn't work. 27, that'd be one too many. Or on triples tomorrow.
That'd be all right, but we'll just do the best we can. We got a great crew here, and Walt and Jimmy and Rick and Brian and Jason and Fred.
Willie, Ben, Andy, and Roger, and Barry, and Cindy. We got a great crew, and they worked hard tonight. We had a few problems, and they got it ironed out pretty good. Had some vibrations and all. And I got some good sponsors, Kazza Fire Equipment, Andy Kazza there, and Roger and Doc Scanlon, the Scanlon Clinic. And I want to thank Winston Racing Series, too, NASCAR. And I want to thank all the fans.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your winner tonight in the Gatling's late model, Charging Charlie Cragen. Paul's car. And Paul, we'll turn it over to you. Charlie.
Thank you very much, Joe. Charlie, this is the 25th win of the season. On behalf of NASCAR, everybody in Daytona Beach, and your Winston Racing Series fellow competitors across the nation, congratulations on a great season.
Thank you very much, and it's nice to be racing in the Winston Racing Series with NASCAR, and it's a nice organization. I'm really proud to be part of it.
And I have been allowed to tonight to unofficially congratulate you on your third consecutive Northeast Region Championship. And that will be made official when the points are tabulated at the NASCAR headquarters during Monday and Tuesday. An announcement you'll be looking forward to will be coming up on Wednesday, when you are, of course, in the running for the national championship this year. But once again, we come up and we say you got a shot at 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, well, that's all we can do is the best we can and see how it comes out.
It's a tremendous race for all the regions, or regions undecided coming into tonight's event. You're fortunate. You've got region basically locked up. And is it going to be a little bit nerve-wracking tomorrow and then for the next few days waiting for the call from the NASCAR Points and Membership Department on who won the national championship?
Yeah, it sure is, because this team put forth a lot of effort this year. Everything they could do to make this car right, and everything I could do too. And I'd sure like to. I'd like to see it happen, but if it does, it does. If it don't, it's okay. But they sure put a lot of work into it, and I'd like to see it happen.
One thing's for sure, you race at 2 great racetracks. You have a great group of competitors to race with, and great track operators, and I think some of the best fans in the country.
Yeah, I think so too. We got some great fans here at these 2 tracks, and 2 nice tracks to race at with good organizations. And I got a lot of good competitors there. They're a bunch of good guys, and they're fun to race with. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Charlie. Congratulations to you, the team, Doc, the Scanlons, and everybody else.
Thank you, Paul.
There you go, Joe. Thank you, and it's great to be here.
Correction here, Chris Schrock is in the 9088 Sean Phillips. In the back of the field, Scott Herring in the 04. Comes out, we're up to Speed End Racing. Side by side, fender to fender, wheel to wheel, Don fill in the blank and mark the curb recording. Don Blank takes the lead down the back straightaway. We're 3 wide, the middle of the pack. Coconut in the middle of that thing with a 0-7 of Steve Martin set. McGonigal up high, gets a little squirrely. Here comes Ron Conway. Oh, look out it, turn 1 and 2, we're still 3 wide, and now Bacalorn all crossed up, straightens out the car, and the Jim's Auto Truck Stop 19 of Scott Coconut takes over 4th. It's Don Blank, followed by Mark the Curb Recording, Harry Fly, the 19 of Scott Coconut. Top 4 automobiles. Out of 4, it continues to be this trio running 1, 2, 3. Blank, Corden, and Flower. Now the 75 of Conway, 32 Jim Nicola have caught up to the back bumper, Mike Bacalorn. They struggle for the 5th place position. Here comes Conway. Dives to the low side, moves up the 5th place position. Battle for the top 3 now. Harry Flower looks to the outside. Oh, we got a yellow. In the back straight, Sean Phillips brings it up on the 7th circuit. Don Blank on the point. He'll command this orchestra. Horsepower on a turn 4. Green's out, we're racing. The Cobra uncoils, begins to strike on Don Blank. They dive into turn 3 and 4. The Stoystown streak is on the move on the low side. Out of turn 4, it's still fender to fender, wheel to wheel. Cross flags. We're halfway down in the event. Don Blank comes right back. They get together. Here comes Haley Flower. We're trying to make it through. White Blank doesn't want to give an inch. Comes and fills the blank spot up. And Don Blank, how about that, race fans? The 9 marks the Cobra cleared in the pass. The Cobra goes up high. Oh my goodness, he fades. Here comes Harry Flower. Now the Cobra goes back to the field momentarily. How about that one, race fans? In the turn 1 and 2, Blank continues with the lead, looking for a career first win on the closing evening of activities of Motordrome this season. Oh, on the back straight, Bob Mostaller gets the car crossed up, and it brings out the yellow. Declared status, 5 laps remaining. Green's out of racing. And Harry Flower will pick up the challenge now. Flower down the back straightaway, trying to make the move, cannot do it. Don Blank continues leading this event, the surprise of everyone. He's been running strong the last month, but he's yet to ever capture a checkered flag in a main event. And he continues holding on to the lead. Harry Flower likes to work the low side and begins to do it once again. They work out of turn 4, and Flower continues. There are 2 circuits remaining. Harry Flower diving down to the low side. He begins to make the challenge. He's trying to put in a spoiler. Don Blank denies him the opportunity. Flag, there are 4 turns remaining in this Florida Greensburg, Toyota Greensburg. 15-second main for the Pepsi Fuel Stars. Don Blank headed to a career first win on the asphalt. Into turn 3 and 4. Harry Flower running out of time in real estate. Out of turn 4 and Flower to the wrong side, but it's Don Blank with the win.
His daughter Lisa, Dawn, it's been a long time coming, buddy. You've been getting stronger and stronger and stronger each week. You pulled one off here at the end of the season.
Well, I told my daughter we were going to try to get her one this year anyhow. We only had, this was the last one that was left. We said we had to put everything on the table tonight, and it worked out well.
You ran a really strong race. You held off Mark Corden and Harry Flower right there at the end. Did you think you were strong enough to hold Harry off?
Well, I know there's a couple good running cars back there. I just kept listening to see if they was moving in, and we chased them in the corner as hard as we could. Look for the best.
Let's try that.
Well, I never heard them back there, so we just chased it in the corner as hard as we could and brought it back up out as hard as we could. And I clean sailing most of the way. Mark and I got together a little bit over in the corner, but that's just some friendly loving.
Let's talk about the guys that help you out. I know you appreciate all the help that they give you.
We got Ed and his brother. They come to the track with us and help us in the pits. And all his family over here come with us all the time. We certainly would be lost without them. They're a tremendous a lot of help. And everybody that has one of these things knows you got to have help in the pits. And we certainly have that. And I want to thank all of you right now.
Don, your sponsors?
My sponsors are Blank Construction, Blank's Welding, and Ed McCluskey's building. And that's like all family for us.
Forget the pins. Thanks, pins.
Oh, and we want to especially thank all the fans that come out and watch us, and we love to see you here every week.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, your winner in the Pepsi Pure Stocks tonight, Don Blank.
Interview. Just make sure you get the car stopped in the box. Give it a chance. Here's what we're about to do. There's no hesitation. Left out first. Get the car down, get the down. Sometimes ready. Time to beat is 1:16 with penalty. Now we'll win the car down. Across the line now, across the pit. Whoa, we're coming to you. We're going to get the gas down and get back up. Everything they're going to have enough guys here to make even do this. We really have failed. Matter of fact, they're getting there. We're trying to get the green light to work the gas for them.
Trying to inject number 07. 70, Tim Johnson. 28, Lawrence Stahl Jr. 31, the fabulous Bob Duvall. 96, Brent Tressler. 08, Joe Furjanik, the Virginian man. And the 90, Phil Panay for Penn Hills. As we get set, we'll display the green when we start this event. Motordrome Boyd to the flag stand. Here we go. Looking for the green from Susan Serena. On the point is Bobby Henry. For the Greensburg Mustang GT pace car heads to the infield. We're getting ready. 25 circuits, Greens Hollow Racing. Down the back straightaway, Bobby Henry jumps to the lead. As they work out a four, Butch Dickus to the low side immediately challenges. Dickus breaks through for the lead spot over Henry. Henry comes right back up on him. Bobby Henry race fans comes right back up on Butch Dickus. How about this one? Down the back straightaway, and Henry trying to reclaim the lead again. Bobby Henry will jump to the point position. as Butch Turkis holds on to second. Chuck Kessler in third. Sean LeBeau being down to the low side of Bob Eisenberger, making a challenge. Two forwards running side by side. Inches away from each other. Jeff Dummer also squeaks through. Henry in control of that. Chucky Kessler now wasted no time, moved up to second. Now Jeff Dummer gets going. He dives under the bullet as they go into 3 and 4. Jeff Dummer is a man on the move up to the third place spot. Begins to close in. On the 91 of Chucky Kessler. Dummer closes right up to the 91 of Kessler in the battle for second. Sean LeBeau team now challenges on Butch Turkis. This is the battle for fourth. Out of turn 4. Beam down on the low side. Turkis stays up high. Now Dunbar on the move. Goes to the low side of Kessler. Oh, they split the gap in turn 3. With the 90th Pavilion, Dunbar gets hit for second. A man possessed heads to the point. Past the halfway point in this Ford of Greensburg, Toyota of Greensburg. 25 circuit main for the Snyderberg Pro Stocks. And it's still the Beckwith Machinery Caterpillar number 8 with Bobby Henry on board out front. Jeff Dunbar trying to close in that second place running machine. Followed very closely by Chucky Kessler. There are 10 circuits remaining. Larry the head on the move in 3 and 4, trying to close up on Eisenberg in the 26 and the 87 of Butch Turkis. The threesome begins to gather momentum, closer and closer together. And in 3 and 4, Dunbar works to the low side, Kessler holds on to third. Dunbar the battle for the lead on Henry. Jeff Dunbar with time and wheels to run it out. Trying tries to dive to the low side. Well, there's all kinds of lap traffic ahead. Bobby Henry stays out on the point position. Dunbar will look for the low side. Here's a challenge down the back straight. Lap traffic ahead. It's too wide in front of Bobby Henry. Henry has too wide lap traffic ahead. Oh my goodness, he's able to go wide on traffic. Jeff Dunbar tries again. Here he goes up high. Here comes Dunbar. Three laps remaining. Dunbar all over the back, up in the back of the machinery ride. Into 3 and 4. Bobby Henry continues holding on. Oh, the car gets squarely on him. Dunbar goes to the outside. 2 laps remaining. Here comes Dunbar and Henry. Side by side, front of the fender. Henry trying to hold off Dunbar. This time around, Dunbar commits to the outside line. Bobby Henry comes back up on him. The white flag comes out. 1 lap to go. They dive into turns 1 and 2. Dunbar trying to make the move on Henry. Henry comes back up on him. Down the back straightaway, side by side, wheel to wheel. Somebody, oh, look at this. Lap traffic ahead. Bobby Henry and Jeff Dunbar fight to the line, and it's going to be Dunbar.
Jeff, that was a heck of a run. You come all the way back from 10th. You followed Bobby Henry for a while. Now, Bobby's a driver that you don't race against a lot. Did you have to try to figure out a different line to get around him?
Yeah, I tell you, he's really running fast and tough. I didn't know if I was going to get him there at the end. It was going to be a race off the corner.
You both ran pretty hard there. Chucky was right on your tail. When you're sitting in second place there, are you afraid to maybe make a daring move thinking that you might lose second?
We're out there to win. We ain't worried about second.
Okay, let's talk about the guys that help you out and the sponsors that you have.
Six-Pack Jack, Papernack Trucking, Briarwood, Harris to You, Pennzoil, and the crew. They've been fooling with bleeders. They're doing a wonderful job. So we'll try again tomorrow. Thank all you fans for coming up all year. It's been a great year.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your winner in the Snyder Berlin Pro Stock Division tonight, Jeff Dunmeyer.
49, Wendell Freed 0, Greg Unruh, Chris Gassout in the 89, and the 11 is from Carnegie. Wheel tightens up.
This could be a little messy in this car.
And this should be out of control. Greentown World Racing. Up the speed with Neelab, holds on to the point position. Edwards dives to the low side as they work down the back straight. pressure of Williams automobile. The 73 up high. Mark Berkey hanging on to it. Oh, we've got a freight train style battle going on. Into 3 and 4, Rick Jones looking real tough, and Jones will go to the low side to take over third from Berkey. Edwards now begins to challenge the 37 of Rick Nealab on the 4th circuit as they work into 3 and 4. Nealab holds on to the point. Here comes the yellow comes out. Lights are out. Green's on and we're racing. Oh, the battle for third. 73 automobile Mark Berkey whistling with Jones gets through and he brings the board with him in a wild man. Alan Angelico as well. Battle up front continues between Nealab and Marty Edwards. Edwards now side by side with Nealab. In an effort to get by that automobile and falls back. Nealab holds him off. Oh, look out in turn 3. We're through wide momentarily and we get through unscathed. Meanwhile, Edwards has gone to the low side on Nealab. Marty Edwards outfoxing Nealab, goes to the low side. Rick Nealab comes back up on him. Edwards still wrestling to the low side. Out of turn 4, takes over the lead. As they work into turn 3 and 4. It's all Marty Edwards at this point. Rick Nealab settling in a second, then Berkey and Dean. The bullet begins to see pressure from the 55 of the Wildman. Al and Angelico. Here comes the 37 of Rick Nealab right back up on Edwards. Nealab is on the move once again, right to the low side of Edwards. They almost get together at the halfway point. Nealab will try again. Diving into 3 and 4 inches away from each other. Those two automobiles down the front straight. On the 13th circuit will re-inherit the lead. Bill Linnick Jr. is the man on the move right now, race fans. Bill Linnick Jr. is the fastest car on this track. Check it out. Look at this. Melvin Jr. to the low side. Oh, the 15 of the bullet gets by. He's up the 4th. And look at him close in. He is flying out there. standing still. This car is on the move. There are only 4 laps remaining, and Mel Minnick Jr. is flying up through this field. Oh, lapped car in front of your leader. This time around, there'll be 2 laps remaining. And Mel Minnick Jr. is the story of this event. Closing right up in third on the lead automobiles. Down the back straight. Look at this car, close right up on the top 2 automobiles. Nick Durant's right there in the way of the leaders. Look at this. Oh, we got a jam up for the lead going into 1 and 2. Watch this down the back straight. Mel Minnick Jr. dives. Oh, look at this. Dives to the rear side of Edwards. They work out a 4, and it's going to be Rick Newell with the win, and Mel Minnick finishes second. Boy, did Mel Minnick Jr. lead up this field.
Rick, we were talking there before. All you had to do was start to win the championship. I guess you wanted to put a little bit of a spin on that and win the whole thing.
Yeah, that's all I had to do was start it, but must have been my lucky night. I peeled the number 1 peel for starting the feature race, and I said, well, if we're going to start me up front, I think I'm going to try to win this one. So that's my second win down here this year.
You and Marty had a heck of a battle going there throughout the race.
Yeah, I figured that's who would be giving me a good race, would be Marty. And about midway, he came up on the outside, and I figured I was expecting him. And me and him put some good racing on there, and I just happened to have a little better car down low.
Okay, let's talk about your sponsors and the people that help you out.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Red Oak Estates, Gordon Brothers Incorporated, Stoystown Auto Wreckers, and Rick Wyatt Signs in Stoystown. My pit crew, Brother Brian Newhoff builds the engine, and Brian Pritz. And also like to thank all the fans that come out and watch these guys race every week.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your street stock winner and street stock champion this year in the Stoney's Light Street Stocks, Rick Melab.
Here we go, out of turn 4. The Pittsburgh Circle Track Club Championship event is underway. Oh, we got problems in 2, and everything settles down. Bob Steiger holds on to the lead. Bob Stanford, the former super modified SCCA driver, holds on to second. completing 5 laps, and it's still Steiger on the point, followed by Bob Stanford. Those two are completely outdistancing the rest of the field. And Eddie Bayshore third. What a jam up we have in a battle for fourth. Tom Knight Sr. holds on to it, followed by Don Boyer. Wade Neal on the 603 and the 04, Larry Walters. Point in the event. Bob Steiger continues unscathed in this event into 3 and 4. This time around, only 2 circuits remaining, and Steiger has control of this event. 2 wide traffic in front of him. And the yellow comes out. Only 3 laps to 1994 remaining at MOTORDROME, the Greens Hollow Racing. Now there's 2 laps in the 1 and 2. Bob Steiger continues holding on to the lead. This time the white flag, 1 lap to go. Comes out of turn 4, the checkered on the season at MOTORDROME for 1994 drops for Bob Steiger. Bob Steiger wins Pittsburgh Circle Track Club Senior Series